Hey guys, hopefully some of you want to talk about Orphan Black today. I know my channel has been in Pretty Little Liars Overdrive basically because this is the end of the entire series and it was the first series that I ever covered on my channel, but hopefully some of you do want to talk about Saturday night's episode of Orphan Black. Just a heads up, if you are here for the PLL chat, you missed it. It was at 4 p.m., but I'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern for the finale. Hi Tyler, thank you for being here. But if you were in the room and you came to talk about Orphan Black, let me know so I can know who is here to talk about this show. And personally, I love this episode because I love Donnie and Allison. So it was kind of a dream episode for me. Nothing sad happened. Nothing terrible happened. I think it's going to be maybe one of our last like happy episodes of this series. You might, if I was going to say, you might want to refresh if there's no sound, but you probably can't hear me. Refresh browser. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Mark. Hi, Bella. Hi, Layla. Hi, Ryan. Thank you so much for being here. But anyway, what did you guys think about Saturday's episode again? I just absolutely loved it because I love Donnie and Allison. They're my faves. And I was just so happy to have an episode devoted to them. Probably the last one we'll ever get, but it just really made me happy. Debbie says you wish you could participate in this one. Do you have to leave? If you can stick around, we're doing the chat right now. But if not, then this will be uploaded on my channel as soon as we're done here, so I understand. Great, I'm glad you guys can hear me. But what did you guys think about the episode? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Okay, Debbie, no problem. Have a great day. Hello, Mr. Crazy. Thank you so much for being here. I remember you. Hi, Chase. Thanks for coming back for this chat. But yeah, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging because, well, we need to talk about this episode. It was really good. You know, I feel like that Allison's come to terms with killing, what's her name? Her neighbor's name? Her neighbor. I can't think of her name, but, you know, it's just kind of like closure for her after she talked to her husband and everything. And I thought the scene with Donnie in the kilt and when he passed out, it was just really hilarious. I loved it so much. Okay, Julian, that's okay. Thank you. Jonathan's favorite part was the head in the bag. Yes, I mean, Allison was amazing. She had no fear when she went to see Rachel and present her with Dr. Leakey's head. And she was just like a boss lady and she didn't care. And it absolutely worked because Rachel called them off of digging up the body and everything. So that made me really happy. I was laughing through the episode and I was just loving like every second of it. Now my life would be totally complete if we can see Crystal again, like, you know, in just one of these episodes before this show totally ends. Layla says, you like my videos so much or love my videos so much. You can't believe Allison killed her neighbor. Yeah. Yeah, that was a few seasons ago, but Ainsley, thank you so much. Yes. Mr. Crazy says Orphan Black was great this week. You're so glad that we got to see where she is as a character, you know, because you love Allison. Me too, me too. And you also said that meeting with Allison and Rachel was amazing. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. And I'm just so proud of Allison. Like, yes, like she's my favorite. I'm so proud. But of course, I also really love Helena. But, you know, I feel like I saw an interview or something where they said this would be kind of like the last episode where it was like cheerful and happy until they get into like the dark stuff and the bad stuff that has to happen, you know, in this series since it's the last season. Thank you, KELLIETV fan. Thank you. Glad you liked it. But I don't have a ton of thoughts on this episode, but I did want to check in with you guys. I don't feel like this episode gave us anything to theorize about or anything like that, but I just wanted to see if any of you guys had something you want to talk about specifically with the episode or any theories about who you're thinking is going to die this season or how everything's going to wrap up. It's okay, Layla. That's totally fine. Don't worry about that. But I think Debbie was trying to say Team Delphine, possibly. I'm not really sure there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's probably going to be my favorite episode of the entire season. And it's one that I didn't really think was going to happen because I felt like each episode would kind of be really serious. Like, what was this? Yeah, this was just the second episode. Was this just the second episode or was this the third? I think maybe I think it was the third, right? Yeah, I'm glad your son's home. Awesome. Okay, cool. Hi, Tiffany from Florida. Tyler thinks oh, I hope they don't kill Allison. That's going to make me so sad. I'll be so depressed. Mr. Crazy is asking who is my favorite clone. Allison's my favorite, but she's closely followed by Helena because Helena just cracks me up. But I feel like I relate more to Allison, not like in the bad ways. I'm going to say that. Now she was like she was like a person who sold drugs and with an alcohol problem and all that. Like, you know, that's not me. But I just really love her demeanor, and I just think she's so funny, and I think she's funny with Donnie. Really, Katie? We did the PLL chat at 4. I don't know. I've had like 2 people say something wasn't working, but maybe because there were so many people in there. I don't know. If the people who were in there, it seemed to work fine. But after it was over, I had some messages that people couldn't get in. So I don't know. But again, I'll be here at 8 p.m. Eastern for the finale of PLL. If you can make it to that. If not, I'll have a video uploaded tonight with all the reaction. But yeah, I know that a lot of people who come to these chats typically really love Allison and Donnie too. So I'm sure they really loved it, but they probably couldn't be here today. But maybe they'll see this when it's uploaded. But I was just like, oh my gosh, I even had to tweet out that I was so happy that it was like devoted to Allison and Donnie because I love them so much. But yeah, I'm really concerned about who will die in this series. The only person that I think I would be okay with dying who is a clone, besides MK, and I mean, I'm sorry that she died because that was sad, but like if Rachel dies, I don't feel like I'll be that sad, but anybody else I think is probably going to bother me. Well, I mean, it probably won't bother me terribly if Sarah dies, but Sarah's still such like a big character. It'll be shocking and it will be sad. And I think it would be really sad because she has, you know, a young daughter. So that would be even more sad. But so I'm worried. And I know like next week's episode is probably not going to be anything like this week's episode. And it's not going to be cheerful and happy and funny. And that's kind of one of the things I've always really loved about Orphan Black is because it was funny and just, you know, it's as serious as it was. And there's like a lot of serious stuff going on. They still found a way to make it so funny and just really got you and really connected where everyone feels like they have a clone that's sort of like them and that's really special to them. Jonathan says, you're sad Helena is back with the nuns. Yeah, so we saw that she's back with the nuns again. You're assuming it's the same place where she was as a child. You hope her twins don't end up in an orphanage. Well, I think there had been some talk before that Donnie and Allison were going to like help her with them or raise them themselves. So I think it would be a really sad ending to the show if her twins end up in the orphanage. Like, I really hope that doesn't happen. So hopefully, Jonathan, they won't go in that direction since this is ending. Mr. Crazy thinks that Sarah is going to die. She's the next Beth. I know. I just feel really bad about that. I feel like if Sarah dies, that Rachel will like adopt Kira or something because they seem to have like a bond. Well, or Mrs. S could take care of her, I guess. Thomas just started watching Orphan Black because of me. Thank you. So glad you like it. You love season 1, but season 2 is kind of boring. Does it get better? I don't really remember shows in terms of seasons, but yes, it does sometimes have slow moments, and I would stick with it because I still really like it, but it's not like a show. I wouldn't say it's my favorite show, but I love some of the characters so much, and some of the episodes are just amazing, like the episode from this week. So, and I'm kind of curious to see how it all turns out because I've watched it for this long. So I would definitely say to stick with it. I don't think it gets worse, but there probably are going to be more episodes that you find a little bit boring because I think that's just kind of the show that this is, to be totally honest. But and I know some people love like every episode, so I guess it just depends on you. You know, we all don't like the same things. I know that this show has like such a huge following. I'm even like a member of like an online group or club or whatever, like Clone Club that I signed up for all online. And sometimes I look at that and there's like a message board and everything. And people are just really die hard in it. And it's like the other day they were talking about like how old everyone was. And there was like people in their 70s in there and then people who were in high school. So it was like a huge range of people across the world, all different ages. And I thought that was really cool that, you know, the show is watched by such a diverse group of people. Oh, Francois is so nice, Chase. Yes, I'm glad you watch his chats and videos too. He's very nice. I met him like a long time ago when I was only doing like Pretty Little Liars videos, and he's super nice. Mr. Crazy said you watched the show for Emmy winner. I'm still like, my skin's like itching. Tatiana Maslany, absolutely. She so deserved the Emmy. She is just so incredible and special. I just think she's amazing. Like, I just think she's one of the best actresses ever. And I was always concerned about her because it was like she was so underrated, and I was so happy when she got that Emmy, because I was like, oh my gosh, I swear to my goodness, my skin is itching so much. But I was like, she deserves that so much, and I'm just so happy for her. I'm like your big sister. Okay. Okay. I'm hoping you're like pretty young. I hope you're not like 50. No, I'm just playing. It's fine. Like, I think it's cool. If people of all ages watch me, then like, that's totally fine. You know, that's cool. I think that's cool. I'm not weird about like people's ages. Who cares? Bobby says, do I think all the couples will be together? Are we talking about Orphan Black? Are we talking about Pretty Little Liars? Let me know. Hi, baby Serenity. Okay, Chase. Okay. Well, okay. We're not very far apart in age, but it works. But anyway, yeah. So Thomas says it's just a lot of talking about dyad and institutes and stuff. And Thomas is 17. Thomas is young. And you love it when clones are like switching up and playing each other. Yeah. I mean, it's a huge science fiction show, so there's going to be episodes. That's okay, Bobby. There's going to be episodes where it's going to highly focus on that aspect of it, but it's not every episode, and sometimes it's not the entire episode. But that's what I would say. I would say stick with it, but at the same time, I would say if you keep watching it and you hate it, you don't have to keep watching. There's been some shows that I was watching and covering on my channel, and then all of a sudden I just really disliked it. And even though some people would say or many people still loved it, I just wasn't having fun with it. And why watch a show if you don't like it? Like, this is your life. TV is just a TV show. So, you know, if you don't like it, don't keep watching it. But I would give it, you know, some time, because I think, you know, I think it's good. Yeah, I know. When I talk about Allison on this show, sometimes people come into this room thinking we're talking about Pretty Little Liars, Layla, and they're like, oh, like, you know, are we talking about Pretty Little Liars? And I'm like, no, that's okay, though. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I really like having this big group of people here on this channel, and a lot of the people come to a lot of us watch the same shows, which is really cool. And it's good for me, because it would be weird if only certain people watched, you know, if I only saw certain people on certain shows, because I wouldn't see you for like a year, you know. Elena from Vampire Diaries. Yeah, that's a show that I actually really liked, and just got busy or something and got super behind on that and never finished it. But I saw like people had a lot of mixed reactions about the finale, the series finale. So Jonathan says, what do I think about Kira and Helena's twins having superhuman abilities? I think it's really cool, but I think it's like very scary for Kira. And that's why she wants to be with Rachel, to try to figure out like what her deal is. And I don't know, I guess it would be a hard concept to deal with if you yourself had these powers. You know, I think it's cool for Helena's twins, because that one might have died from the puncture if it hadn't been able to heal itself. So I guess it's this is being really weird, because I don't even know how. Oh, I'm back. Okay, can you guys see me now? I hope so. So frustrating, right? Okay, great. Tanya, am I saying your name right? Is it Tanya or Tanya? Says, Helena is so sweet, although very wild. Bless her. The show is amazing. You love Tatiana. You hadn't realized it was the last season until I read it here. I'm so dedicated to my channel. Well, thank you. And hi, Colin. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I know. I don't know what the deal is, but lately it's been like more annoying with just cutting me off here on these live chats, which just sucks. But I'm just going to blame Marlene, because she's a good person to blame. But once Pretty Little Liars ends forever, I don't know if I can blame her anymore, because I just don't think she'll be like stalking me anymore, you know? And I'm totally joking. I know some people really thought that she was the one like taking my channel off the air or taking these chats off the air, but she's totally not. I don't think anyway. Alpha from Power Rangers just messaged you on, really? The real person? Yeah, Jeffrey, I mean, I think it's Marlene's fault. I think it is, because she knows like I have stuff planned for tonight, and she knows that she just wants to mess with me because she doesn't like it. I have some stuff involving her planned for tonight, and she's not going to like that. Hopefully we won't have to go there, but I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, Neolution's hacking me, right? I think it's Rachel or Ferdinand. But yeah, no, the one and only that we had a PLL chat at 4, so this is the Orphan Black chat, but at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be back for Pretty Little Liars, but I'll be watching the finale, so maybe you can come to that. The chat is up on my channel if you want to go watch it, though. Yes, okay, so Mr. Crazy, I mean, I don't know about Pretty Little Liars. I mean, yeah, I get it. If you enjoy it, I would keep watching it, but it's very, to me, it has its ups and downs, and probably more downs than ups, in my opinion. But I was going to say, ask me about this after the finale, because if the finale is really good, you better, I mean, I don't know, because I feel like you're going to get spoiled about knowing who AD is just because you're so far behind. But if you find out who it is, it might like be really stupid for you to watch. Like you might be really bored. I don't know. People always come to these chats thinking we're talking about Pretty Little Liars. I know. I don't know. I just can't stop it. I like it clearly says Orphan Black. I can't stop it. Like when I have Twin Peaks chats, most of the chat is, hi, is this the PLL chat? Hi, who do you think is AD? Like that's like the whole chat. But anyway, yeah, I think, you know, for my channel, it's not going to always be focused on Pretty Little Liars, of course. We just can't do that because the show's over. So after this week, we'll be back to the other shows I cover, which if you didn't have any idea, I cover all kinds of other shows. And you can go back and look at my old videos and see what I cover. I just have to wait for them to come back, you know, every season. No, it's okay, Mr. Crazy. Thomas says, who's my favorite clone? And it's Allison. And I also really like Helena, but I like Casima. Rachel's probably not one. Rachel I definitely don't like because I don't trust her. And then Sarah's just kind of like whatever to me. Yeah, I just think Helena is so funny, and I love the way she talks, and I really enjoy how she likes to eat a lot of food and just like pig out, and she just does like whatever she wants to do, you know. She just doesn't care. And that's what I really like about Helena. But I actually really like Crystal, and I've been saying like I hope that Crystal comes back because she cracks me up. Lithuania, is it Aridoka? Thank you so much for being here. It's so awesome for you to be here. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this episode because not really much happened, but it was very satisfying for me and made me very happy. But as far as like, can we theorize and talk about it forever? Probably not. But I did just want to check in with you guys and talk about it and let you know I'm still covering the show. And once we get done with PLL, next week I'll be doing, you know, the videos and the chats regularly. You know, Maya's favorite is Allison. Okay, I love her. She's my favorite. She's so funny, and I love Donnie. I feel like they're kind of a weird match, but then they're kind of good together in a way. It's just funny. I love them together. They just crack me up. But expect next week for things to get back to normal on here, especially with Orphan Black. And if you watch Twin Peaks, which probably nobody does. I mean, I don't think very much of my subscribers watch Twin Peaks, and I never watched it before either, but I watched it all before. I had to watch the whole first 2 seasons before this season aired, so it's kind of like I feel like 5 people on my channel watch it, but that's okay. That's okay, because I enjoy it, except for last week's episode, which was terrible. But I'm going to let you guys go because I feel like we've talked about everything we can about this episode, and half people in here want to talk about PLL. And yeah, I'm sorry if you didn't get a notification, but if you guys follow me on Twitter, I also always tell you like what live shows are happening today. You can maybe turn some kind of notification on there so you get notified. I think sometimes YouTube's notifications don't work, and that's nothing I can fix. I'm really sorry. And yes, people are so excited for the PLL finale, so people don't really want to talk about anything else here, and I totally get that because I'm really excited. But I think Orphan Black was pretty popular last year on here. We had a lot of people come to the chats, and I think starting next week we will have that again. So don't worry, don't, you know, give up on this show with my channel just because of PLL. But anyway, I hope some of you will come to the PLL finale party with me tonight. And if not, that's totally fine too, because not everyone watches it. But thank you so much for being here tonight. And I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.